Okay, I'm going to show you a third way that you can make a tessellation. This is probably the more challenging way. So for those of you who feel up to the challenge, I'm still going to start with the top here. Draw a line from corner to corner. Mark it with an X. Cut it out. This is similar to what we did last time with option 2, where you did this, except for this time, what I'm gonna do is take my piece and flip it over, okay? Now you can go either from this side and move it to the bottom, or you can go from the bottom and move it to the side. Either way, you're either gonna end up with a longer tessellation or one that's a little bit more proportionate. So I'm gonna go from the side and move it to the bottom. Still went from corner to corner. Oops, mark my X here so I know what side I'm looking at. So this is what I would have done for step 2, but we are going to flip it over. There's a little bit hanging off my edge right there and like a space. The reason for that is this was not a perfect square, so we're just gonna have to see how it looks when we trace it. That may happen to you since we're cutting these on our own, the teachers are. And I cut this one, but still not perfect enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna snip that off and see if that helps. Hopefully it'll still work well enough. If yours is really off, you almost might want to get a new square. And you have to use a square if you do this one, because we're moving from side to side. Okay. Excuse me. So now I'm going to get my big piece of paper. Oh, make sure you put your name on your tessellation. Figure out what way you want your tessellation to go first in the middle here. Okay. Now, because we flipped things over before we taped them, when you move this tessellation around, you're gonna have to, every other time, flip it upside down. So now I'm gonna flip it upside down and figure out how it's going to fit. Looks like here. Something under my paper. Okay, so once again, I have to flip this over again to figure out how it's going to fit next. Maybe this way. So it's almost even just a little bit more challenging to figure out how to get these pieces to all fit together. Because you're just constantly flipping them upside down. This is supposed to fit right in here, so I had to erase a little bit to make sure it would fit. So, you guys get the idea. You keep just tracing it all over your whole paper till it's all covered up with tessellations.